there is a freight fraud problem in our business. First up, please describe what is freight fraud and what does it look like in the industry?
Yeah. So there's this massive fraud apocalypse, as we like to call it within TIA. And again, TIA has really been talking about fraud for a number of years, dating back to as early as 2011, kind of when I first joined the organization. Even when I was at the lobbying firm, we were talking about it a little bit, representing TIA. But at that point in time, we were talking about kind of your traditional double brokering, where a broker would select a trucking company thinking that they would move the freight on their own equipment. And that trucking company would then rebroker or double broker the load out to another trucking company to ultimately make the move. Again, at that point in time in 2011, 2012, when we were pushing for this legislation, which was incorporated, which did become law through MAP 21, the larger reauthorization bill, a lot of this wasn't done for nefarious or criminal reasons. It's just, carriers did it out of convenience. They may not have wanted to incur additional fees or insurance or the bond or surety product they have to obtain to get a brokerage license. So they're probably just doing it out of convenience. Fast forward to the pandemic, and it was even kind of before the pandemic, but certainly during the pandemic, we saw this massive boom. As the supply chain saw a boom, we saw a massive boom of freight fraud. And there's really kind of two buckets that freight fraud, if you will, kind of falls into. One is your traditional kind of cargo theft, where the trailer is relocated or stolen, and obviously that's just a stealing of a product, stealing of a trailer. Second is what they call strategic theft, which are these phishing attempts. There's identity theft, kind of your
that's almost more like a
double
cybersecurity issue.
cybersecurity. Yeah, also double brokering to a degree would fall under kind of strategic theft. Gaining access to let's say a company's credentials through a phishing attempt, logging into FMCSA, changing emails, changing phone numbers, and from a carrier compliance, carrier selection process, a broker would go in and say, hey, this carrier, their email matches, their phone number matches, they should be, they're kind of moved forward and checked off the list in terms of greenlit. But little do they know that information has been tampered with and changed, and it's not who they say they are. So this is a massive problem. We do a fraud report on it. We're seeing massive increases in terms of this, and upwards of it's billions of dollars it's impacting the industry.